there's three things in business. One, have good managers. Leaders create leaders. Second thing is have a good bookkeeper, because if you don't have a good bookkeeper, that will be your biggest expense. The other thing is to have a good attorney, one that knows real estate law and is good at real estate.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. Today's guest is an investor in Michigan who invests in everything from single-family residential all the way up to hotels and resorts, and has investments around the country from humble beginnings. Please welcome Dana Nutt. Dana, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's great to have you on here, Dana. And before we hop into all the investments, I want to ask you about the beginning. How did you get into real estate?
Well, I was a contractor builder, and I had in 1998 hired a new bookkeeper because I was not having good luck with the one I had before that. And she reminded me of Miss Jane on the Beverly Hillbillies. She was quite unique, and she would draw circles, and this is where you're at, and this is where you need to be. And she gave me the book to read called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, because I wanted to get into real estate investing, and I was already doing business, and I had a couple of other businesses going. She said, you need to read this book. So I read that book, and then I got a divorce in 98, and I got with a new gal, and I was watching TV one morning, and I seen the Carlton Sheets real estate course on no money down techniques. So I ordered it and I read it, and one of the first things in there said, don't attempt to do anything till you've completed this book or after 3 months. And I couldn't wait. I mean, I was already looking at deals, and I just couldn't wait, chomping at the bit to get started. But I did what it said. I finished the course. And then within a month, I had already started a couple of deals using no money down or low money down techniques. So I was taking money profit from my construction and investing it into real estate. And one of the first deals I did, I made 100% return on real estate. And I had money into an IRA, and I thought, that's only getting me like 6 to 8%. So I cashed all that money out and started putting it into real estate. And so 1998 forward, I have invested in or rehabbed over 250 homes.
Wow. So background as a contractor, seeing, well, this is better than a Wall Street. Let me double and triple and quadruple down into real estate. You're talking late 90s. Were you specifically looking at one asset class, small single-family residential, multifamily? What was your portfolio like then?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors, working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
I was looking more at single family. I guess one of the first things I started with outside, I had my construction company. And then in 2000, I had put up, it's 97 when I started. In 98, I put up a storage unit. I built a garage and I traded a 24 by 24 garage. I did some roof job for another contractor. And I said, hey, why don't we trade? I needed some concrete poured and the foundation put in. I said, I'll do your roof job. You put my concrete in. He said, okay. So he paid for the material on his roof. I paid for the concrete. So I got my garage started. Then the following year, it's kind of a long story, but to make the story short, I put up a 50-foot wide by 100-foot long pole barn for inside storage of my tools and had upper shelves for storage. And I had 20 10 by 10 storage units on the outside of it.
Wow.
So that paid for itself. And that was using all trading, bartering, and everything. And then I got into, I sold out and I moved to another business location and I put in a small engine shop with being the largest premier dealer in Northern Michigan of small engine parts and repairs, and a rental store, rented, equipment and tools and all kinds of stuff and play toys, side by side, four-wheelers, everything. And then I had a guy that I did a roof job for on a house trailer. He said, I'm going to move into a nursing home. Why don't you buy this trailer from me? And I said, what do you want for it? And he said, $5,000. Well, it was in a trailer park. So I said, okay, I'll buy it. So I bought it and I rented it out. And I think the rent was about $175 a month. And I was renting it out for $350 a month at that time. So I was paying the rent for the lot and they had to pay the utilities. Well, then another house trailer came up in there, and then another house trailer came up. Next thing I know, I got 4 house trailers in this trailer park, was renting them all out. And then later I ended up giving one to my daughter when she got married, and I gave one to my son when he got with his gal, giving them their first starter home.
Yeah.
And then I just kept going from there and once people realized that I was into investing and buying homes, I had all kinds of deals come to me. I even put these signs out that says "We buy houses," and I had several deals come through with that.
Those are great.
Yeah, it was an interesting journey to get started, and it was like, bam, bam, bam. It was just so busy. I had 19 people working for me.
So we
That was
got single family residential. You have the storage facility. I love storage facility. And then you also have the RV spots as well. So at this point in time, you're diversified and you're seeing, okay, there's multiple ways to make money in this game and to build a portfolio. You also have the background as a contractor. So I'm imagining you're managing a lot of moving pieces. So you have the team that you built out as well. During all of this, are you I wouldn't say privy to, are you focused more on one type of asset class than another? Or are you looking at it like, hey, I need to be diversified. Let me look at the deals as they come to me.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
I like being diversified. Now that I'm an experienced, seasoned investor, anybody just starting out, I wouldn't say diversify. I would say focus, more on one thing till you get good at it. But I'm again all over the board, and I did everything. I don't want to make it sound like I've done everything, but I basically have tried just about every type of scenario there is for investing, and, the low money down techniques and using other people's money. I call OPM. I have used the banks, and I have used the property or the building itself to create cash flow. Like right now, I'm putting in storage units right now on a bigger scale.
I want to ask you about pivoting a bit here, Dana. I want to ask you about the hotel space. I believe you mentioned, but prior to hopping on, that you've been involved in a hotel deal as well. I'm very curious about that because that's a whole other beast entirely.
Being that I'm a contractor, there's a motel here in Onaway, Michigan that it just thrives now. I mean, it was one of the better investments I think I've ever done. I drove by it one day. It's right on the water. And it was just an old rundown, dilapidated motel that had been built in the 1950s. And a couple different people had bought it, and it run down even more. And I drove by there one day. Well, my daughter-in-law is a real estate agent. So I called her up and I said, Heather, I want to buy this motel over here. And she said, well, would you like to take a look at it first? And I said, well, what are they asking for it? And she said, $70,000 for everything there, but it needs to be tore down. And I said, well, put my offer in right now that I'll pay the full $70,000 cash. Well, then she said, well, don't you want to look at it first? I said, okay, for you, I'll look at it. So we went and looked at it, and I was like 20 minutes later. She met me there. So we looked at it, and I said, yeah, my offer still stands. She goes, all right, well, I'll get a hold of them. Well, I end up, not at the time, but I end up knowing the guy that owned it, and he knew me. And he said, well, I don't want the cash. I want to do a land contract. So I said, well, what's the terms? He said, $14,000 down and $583 a month until it's paid off. So I said, better yet. So I put up $14,000. We closed in like 3 weeks. And I hired anybody and their brother that stopped and wanted to know if I needed any help. And like I said, most people would have tore this down. I completely rehabbed it in 90 days. I bought it in June. Well, actually, on June 26th, my wife's birthday, and I called her up and I said, hey, I just bought your motel. And so we bought it that day, closed on it, and then by Labor Day weekend, we was open, and I threw a great big grand opening party with a pig roast, invited all the neighbors. It's a small community. And just from there, it just went great guns.
Wow.
And then I've since got into another resort up in northern Michigan on an island that I was asked to partner with. So we got in on that. So, I mean, it's once people know, that that's what you do, it's, I get calls and offers all the time.
I want to get a little bit granular about this, Dana, because coming from, storage and RV, this is a different space, right? There's a lot more maintenance that's involved in motels and in, I can imagine, a resort. Shifting into this asset class, would you have any advice for people who may be first-time, motel owners?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
I have always built my businesses so that I don't have to be there. I've always found good managers, and that's important. There's 3 things in business. 1, have good managers. Leaders create leaders. Second thing is have a good bookkeeper, because if you don't have a good bookkeeper, that will be your biggest expense. The other thing is to have a good attorney, one that knows real estate law and is good at real estate. You don't need it for litigation or anything like that, but just have a good real estate attorney. This particular motel is only 7 units, but it has a cabin on it that we renovated, and we rent that out weekly or nightly. And it also has 7 campsites that we upgraded. So I have a fantastic manager that has been with me basically 8 years now. And then my other resort, I have managers at that. So I don't need to be there. It creates me more free time to look at other deals or to manage financially. I have a financial system that works. Anybody that's looking to get into business, one of the biggest things I say is you don't need to know everything about a business to get started. You're better off not, because you can learn as you go. If you think you know everything, it's going to be hard to teach yourself anything new.
We are coming up on time here, Dana. Where can folks go to reach out to you? Maybe they're in the greater Michigan area, or maybe they're outside and would like to get your feedback on a deal that they have. How can folks get in contact with you?
Well, I have YouTubes myself on, or podcast myself on YouTube. They can get in touch with me on Facebook, private message me at my name, Dana Nutt, or at Lessons from the Old Schoolhouse. And here's my book, Lessons from the Old Schoolhouse. They can order it on Amazon. Just about, there's several different ways they can get in touch with me, and I'm glad to entertain talking to anybody. And helping them out. I enjoy helping people, try to get people started in business or help them out financially. I do real estate coaching and financial strategies. So that's basically a few different ways they get in touch with me. They give me a Dana Nutt at sbcglobal.net by email. Pretty good.
All right, Dana, thank you so much for coming on the show here today. Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.